So Nathan looks to be in good nick ahead of the fight with Dubois.
He couldn't be in any better nick, to be honest with you. I know there's a lot of things being made of his physique in comparison to Daniel's. But no, I think, Nathan's just not that way built, you know what I mean? Neither is Tyson Fury, neither is Ruiz. And they're the top two in the division at the minute, aren't they? So, but no, as far as his shape's gone, his sparring has gone absolutely brilliant. Sometimes when you get sparring partners in, they can be a bit hit and miss. Some aren't too clever, some are there. They've all been brilliant, they've all done the job. Nathan was bang on form from the start of his camp, and his last spar, which was yesterday, was the best spar he's done. So for him to be performing like he is, coming down the home straight of a hard training camp and still looking better than ever, we couldn't be in any better position than what we're in now.
How dangerous is Dubois?
I think it goes without saying he's extremely dangerous. Do you know what I mean? He's right over Ricky Hatton street. You know what I mean? He's good to watch. Goes for the knockout, high punch volume, in your face. Very, very dangerous. It doesn't need me to say that, but I just think we've got more tools in our toolbox. Nathan's got unbelievable hand speed, unbelievable boxing ability. I think he's got the better boxing brain. And this is no disrespect to Daniel, obviously intended, but I think sometimes Nathan has let himself down in a couple of fights, in the sense that when he's been fighting these guys that are just there to survive and go the distance, he's outboxed them and won clearly, but he's just been enough, he's just done enough. When I was of the opinion, listen, it needs to be a shop window every time you fight, you've got to impress Nathan, and I think the opposition haven't prepared for how nasty Nathan can be in that ring. Sean Turner was the one that witnessed it firsthand. Sean Turner put it on Nathan. Nathan sat in the pocket and, no disrespect, beat Sean up. And I don't think they've prepared for that side of Nathan Gorman. I think what they think, he's very quick, he might win a few of the early rounds, but we're going to get him down the home straight because he can't fight up close and that. And I think they're going to get a shock, because he most certainly can.
You've always rated Nathan, haven't you?
Yeah, very much so. When the first day he walked through the gym door, he was 18 years of age. He'd had about 7 amateur fights and just moved so natural, with his ability, his footwork, just everything about him. And when they turned around and said he's only 18, he's had 7 fights, majority at the floor, and that shows just natural ability to just. He's practically, only had a handful of fights and just walked in. He was already in the Great Britain squad after 7 fights. So that just tells you, it's just natural. And the way he's progressed since we've been working together, I think he's got a chance of going all the way. I think, we're obviously not looking past the fight in a week or so, but no, I'm very excited about what Nathan can achieve.
It's an exciting division to be part of at the moment, isn't it? You mentioned some of the big names: Ruiz, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder. How far is Nathan away from those kind of guys?
Well, you look at, if he beats Daniel, which I would expect him to, you look at the lads that are above him there. You've got, your Dave Allen, David Price, Derek Chisora. And, if he beats, one of them guys, he's practically there. He's knocking on the door, isn't he, really? So he's not that far off, and it's up to me, the team, Frank Warren, to sit down if he beats Dubois, which we think he will, to discuss his next move, which will be equally as important, because, he is only 23, he has only had a handful of fights, and we don't want to push him on too soon before he's ready, bearing in mind how much he's improving. But what an exciting time to be a British heavyweight, when he was fighting for the British title, or he was the British heavyweight champion a few years ago, no one had heard of you. But now, if you are the British champion, you're one hell of a fighter these days, because there's that many, in the domestic division, the heavyweight division, and now on the world scene, with Joshua and Dylan White and Fury. It's a good time to be a British heavyweight, isn't it?
You've been working him harder than ever, haven't you, for this fight?
I have to, really, because his hand speed and boxing ability is not quite going to be enough against Daniel. He needs the other attributes, because if he thinks he can just run away and use his speed and keep out of Daniel's way for 12 rounds, he's very much mistaken. Daniel will keep coming and keep coming and keep coming. He's got a good engine, Daniel. He looks to have a high punch volume. And if he just, makes him miss and comes back with them rat-a-tat-tat punches, that'll be night and day for Daniel. He'll love that. He's got to make him miss. And it's one of the oldest sayings in boxing. He's got to make him miss and make him pay. He's got to drill him hard right down the middle as he comes in. Hit him hard, gain his respect, because if he keeps, if he just moves and just hits him with 3 or 4 little arm shots each time he makes him miss, Daniel will keep coming and will get him down the home straight. He's going to make him miss, use his speed and upper body movement to make him miss, which is his trump card. But he's going to make him miss and he's going to make him pay. And he's got to gain his respect and hurt him. Otherwise, Daniel will keep coming.
Sure. What does Nathan need to do to improve as a fighter?
He just needs to, I think, listen a little bit more. There's a couple of times in the corner where I've turned around and said, I need this from you, I need this, I need you to go through the gears. And like I said earlier, he's been happy to just, because he's been winning, this is all right, this is easy enough. But, I said, it's only because those fighters, you've been too good for them. I mean, you can't switch off and just go through the motions with Daniel Dubois, because he'll be in your face, he'll stay on your chest, he'll punch. I think the only way Daniel's going to win is if he outworks us.
What if he catches Nathan clean?
Well, that goes without saying. If he catches Nathan clean or Nathan catches him clean, it's heavyweight boxing. That can always be the case. But if we're going to turn around and say he's not going to catch him clean, I think the only way, if he doesn't catch him clean, the only way he can be is he outworks us. Because we've got the ability, we've got the speed. I know he's got the nastiness, I know he's got the engine. He's just can't be bone idle like he's done in a few of his previous fights.
How do you know he's got the nastiness? What's that from? Sparring?
It is sparring with the people he's sparred with. And the 2 times that the lads have put it on him, he fought Sokolowski, who's no mean feat, have boxed him in his 3rd fight. And I think Camille Fahot, what's he doing fighting me after just 3 fights? So he went for Nathan. And it's the worst thing he did, because Nathan knocked him out in the 3rd round, which, you've seen Sokolowski beat so many unbeaten prospects. He's not the elite, but he's beat some really dangerous, unbeaten prospects coming through. And then Sean Turner said, you won't sit in the pocket with me. And he was a little bit nasty to Nathan at the press conference, got under his skin. And that's exactly what Nathan did. He sat in the pocket and absolutely bullied him. And he had a bee in his bonnet against Big Sexy, because he turned around and got into his skin and said, you're just a kid, you won't sit in the pocket with me. And I've seen the same mentality in his training camp, because he doesn't like Daniel. And Daniel, they don't get on, do they, for whatever reason. But I think the national, Daniel will make him fight, and Nathan will not be found wanting.
Do you think they can both become world champion down the line?
I think Nathan can. I think this fight will tell us more, to be honest with you. I mean, I've just got so much confidence in Nathan and what he can do, and what they've not seen him do, which is sit in the pocket, be nasty. But I think it'll tell us a lot more after this fight. I mean, it's all like me saying this, but Nathan's not been in a war yet, so that's got to be the big box for Nathan to take. But I've seen him been in wars in the gym, and he's pulled through, and he's a Gorman. He's like Bartley. He's got it in the genes. Yeah. He's got it in the genes. He's not this nice kid, nice polite kid with the fast hands and the nice boxing ability. I promise you, he's not. And I've said to him, Nathan, you're going to have to show that side again against Daniel, because otherwise we can't be bullied. You've got to be the boss from a distance and up close.
Okay. Just looking at the heavyweight division as it stands, Andy Ruiz has 3 of the belts. What do you make of Andy?
Again, like I mentioned earlier, when we first started the interview, that Nathan's not a body beautiful, and I think you don't have to be in the heavyweight division. I mean, we all want a 6-pack, and I think if you have a 6-pack and big muscles, it can benefit you. But the heavyweight division, years gone by, there was, Riddick, Big Daddy Bo. He wasn't a body beautiful. You had Buster Mathis, who was, not far from a body beautiful. Burt Cooper. We're not talking the elite here, but Ruiz, fast hands. He's probably got the fastest hands in the division. Ruiz. Tyson Fury, not a body beautiful, but nobody's got movement like Tyson Fury in the division. So it's not the be all and end all these days. I think, especially in the heavyweight division, I think you can get away with it.
What about Wilder? What do you think of Wilder? Because you obviously saw him up close when you were in Fury's corner.
Yeah, I think Fury deserves to be the number one in the division, rightly so. I think what he did with Wilder, his last fight was a wonderful performance, not against one of the elite heavyweights, but it's still a world-class heavyweight. And to beat him like he did, he's improved since the Wilder fight. I think Anthony showed chinks in his arm in the sense that we always, and most of them were rumours, we always suspected he could get knocked out if we're going to listen to rumours and stuff like that. Ruiz did it. So I think, when you punch like Deontay Wilder, I think there's only Tyson Fury could probably beat Wilder because of his movement.
When Joshua lost to Ruiz, Joshua had the weight of a nation on his shoulders, massive expectation, although different from you in the sense that against Mayweather, people appreciated that you were up against it, but against Ruiz, people thought Joshua was going to walk through him. From your own experience, how hard is that going to be for Joshua to come back from?
If anyone can do it, I think Anthony can. Let's have it right. He's had the pressure on from day one. He won the Olympic gold medal, turned professional, big expectation on his shoulders. He's been in, his fight with Klitschko, how he had to dig deep and come back. He went down, he got up, he come back. I don't think there's anything, the fact that he's won the Olympics and won the world, heavyweight title, I think he's proved that he's got the heart. He can come back from, if anyone can come back, he can come back.
But you took that first loss hard to Mayweather. Knocked you into a bit of a tailspin. So how would he avoid falling into those pitfalls?
Well, I don't know. I suffered from depression, didn't I, to be honest, and it hit me harder than maybe you might have thought. And I don't think Anthony has got that. And I think looking as a boxing fan, following him on his Instagram and seeing him doing things with his family and friends, he looks relaxed. He looks like he's in a good place. He looks a real chilled back character. I think there's absolutely no signs whatsoever, and probably only his close-knit team, like Robert McCracken or Eddie Hearn, know what he's like as an individual, can say whether he's going to come back with any confidence or whether he might struggle or anything. If what I'm seeing from his public persona that he's nice and relaxed, he's confident, he's still got a smile on his face, he's back in the gym a little bit, I think he'll come back stronger. I think he should get in there straight away and fight him again.
Do you think that's what you'd say to him as a trainer?
Yeah, I would do, but it's all right for me to say that. I know Anthony as a fan, not as a man, as in the gym, what he's like. Only Robert McCracken and probably people close to him in his team can say, listen, Anthony's not quite there yet, he needs a warm-up fight before that. I think only the people closest to him can say that at the minute.
Sure. And then we see that you've got another student coming through in the shape of Campbell Hatton.
Yeah, Campbell, he's doing really well, Campbell. He's lost a few along the way, which would do him no harm. I started when I was 11 years of age. He started when he was 15, 16, so he is playing a little bit of catch-up. But he started working with me, with myself, and he started working with Matthew, and along with his club, Stockport and Bredby, the Roy Richardson Academy, where he fights. They're doing a fantastic job with him, and very happy where he has. I don't want to put too much pressure on him. He's got enough pressure on his shoulders as it is, but I think he might have half a chance.
What, turning pro?
Yeah. Not quite ready for it yet. Still making a few little fundamental mistakes that he needs to put right before he does go pro. I think when he does go pro, I think eventually he'll make a better professional than he is as an amateur, because you've seen him, he's very aggressive, very good engine, fit, work rate, good body puncher, nasty like so-and-so. So I think he'll make a better pro than an amateur. But needless to say, he's just got to, iron out just a few more things, as you can appreciate, because he's only had about 12 or 14 fights. Like I say, he didn't start till he was 15. So, all in good time, but I think he might have it, mate.
And you're a granddad these days. People, you know. Well, I don't know. What's it like being a granddad?
Well, people were saying to me for years, it's about time I should get my pipe and slippers on something, but I've maybe had to do it a little bit than normal. But no, it's beautiful being a granddad. She's she's gorgeous, you know, and the way Campbell, you know, he became a father when he didn't expect to. I probably didn't want to, but I mean, but now she's here. How he's took to fatherhood, you know, I'm a proud granddad, but I'm an even prouder father in many ways, because how he's took to fatherhood at such a young age, you know, gone off his own back, got himself a couple of part-time jobs. He's working hard at the boxing, he's training with me, he's training with Matthew, training at his gym. He's at college studying sports science, you know what I mean? Because he's appreciated I'm a father now, and this is what I've got to do. And he's done it all off his own back, Tris, with no help from his dad, which makes me feel very, very proud. And the way Lila is coming on and progressing and developing at such a young age, it makes me feel very, very proud of the job he's doing. And yeah, she's gorgeous, brilliant.
So O2 Arena in July, what happens? Gorman Dubois, how does it pan out?
Well, you know, we've prepared like all. You know, you always do. You prepare for 12 hard rounds, you know what I mean? And the likeliness is, if it doesn't matter my opinion or their opinion or how confident I am or how confident they are, you know, most people would see it as a 50-50, you know, it's a 50-50 fight, and I suppose that's the way trainers have got to look at it. You've got to prepare for the best Daniel Dubois that's going to turn up. I just know what my lad's capable of.
Do you anticipate fireworks?
I do anticipate fireworks. I anticipate a massive shock. And that's how confident I am with my lad. I mean, if Daniel turns around and flattens Nathan, you know, in a couple of rounds, you know, that's heavyweight boxing. And when you look at what a menacing sight that Daniel is, you know, there's every chance. I'm not a realist. There's every chance that could happen. But I just know what my lad's capable is. I think they think he's this nice kid, pretty boxer. He isn't, and I think that's what's going to shock everyone on the night more than anything.
Yeah.